They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill. They close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The shot that clears, line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Reads it, fires complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Trojans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Coastal Carolina has it. The shot to clear offense headed back to the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quick completion on the out route. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. While we're only through one. These quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Looking for the score. And it's caught. Touchdown, Coastal.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Give to the running back. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Motion from the back. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! For it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
As a quarterback, man, you've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
The Trojans are threatening on 1st and goal. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get...
Touchdown, Troy! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Mississippi State. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. He's taking the shot. He's got it down the right side. All up, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, shot to clear.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Slips through the line. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. A strike downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, it's complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Looking to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job for him.
He lofts one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. DB's right up on the receivers. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
They're facing a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Chunked it away just as he was hit. And they can't make the play on third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And just a spectacular punt. It'll go out of bounds inside the 5-yard line and really put this offense in a hole. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. Goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line, and boy, did they need a little breathing room.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense.
He's going to try to hit him deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catch.
He lobs one high down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Got it in the middle. It's Chubb. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Here's the pressure. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They punt it away on 4th down. He's got it. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Skips away from pressure. He's going to fire to the left. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Chanticleers have pushed it inside the 20. The throw to the outside is complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Looking to fire. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Got his man out of the backfield. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Looking for a crease. It's Meadows. Shakes off the defender. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Conway. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. To the air, it's Daniels. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Got enough for the first down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
The shot that clears will have it 1st and 10. Slithers into space. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the...
Turning it on! Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, shot to clear. Excellent pass by the back on the option. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the returner goes down. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. Right back to them.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Wants to fire on second down. Pressure coming.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He is not going to get there. Stop short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Trojans decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense heading back to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Here we go, Zach. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Pass interference, defense.
This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's 1st and goal on the 1. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive lines. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Touchdown, Coastal! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Man, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Off the play fake on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Pemberton. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
Let's go.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's James. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack. Throw the ball away. Now, listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. On the run, it's Meadows. Oh, he's got some space.
When the running back gets going,